Oh, nice, Bert. Real nice. Can see you're excited about this episode. We're going to get the show started in just a few minutes, guys. Hang out with us for a couple minutes.
Testing.
We are, do not think that we're not dropping a big news bomb on you today. We are doing a special episode, though. Do not expect any, news. But
I yawned. That's why my eyes look like they're watering. Just people were wondering.
Oh my god. All right, let's get our comments going. You having fun? Bert, keep them entertained.
Hi, Marcus. What's IRC?
Where are you seeing IRC? Oh, I actually don't know. We'll find out some other day.
Okay, fine.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm not going to regret this at all.
Oh, God.
Nope. All right. How's our sound? We good here?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that. You have no way of knowing. All right. What's our
Denise.
time? Hi, Denise. Did you call her Dernice?
No, I said Denise.
All right. My comments are working. Yeah, special guest indeed. Okay. So, we're going to do... Yeah, we got this. Might need to put this up here. Ooh.
Oh, it's in the screen.
I know.
Or the shot, sorry. Is that how you
Yeah. Good job,
say it
Bert.
in
Yeah.
the biz?
Mm-hmm. My camera doesn't know who to focus on. That is going to be a little bit of a... We have to stay the exact same plane.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I know you're not.
No, it's me. No, it's you.
Got a few more viewers here. Hello, Laura. Hello, Pete. Dad. Pete. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see what we got here. Time. My clock used to be over here.
It's 6 o'clock.
All right, let's push go. This one.
You sure?
Yeah, it's done. I did it.
Well, it says it happened in July of 2021, so that's why I was confused.
Oh my god. Hello, welcome to a very special episode of Baby Talk. My name's Lynn Clementi Hicks, your normal host here. Today we have a special guest, my husband, Bert Hicks.
That's me.
Bert Clementi Hicks.
You know me from crying whenever I talk normally on this show, so.
Maybe we can get through the episode without any tears.
That'd be great, yeah. Yeah.
If this is your first time catching the show or checking us out, we normally talk about our journey for starting a family. And more recently, our topic has been about fostering because we are currently going through the licensing process to become foster parents.
Oh, were we supposed to say that at the same time?
No.
Oh, okay.
It would have been nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's episode is going to be special because I don't have to wear that anymore today. And let's do this. Boom, boom. Today's episode is going to be special because we are going to try to create a time capsule of what life is now and how we think life is going to be changing as we start our foster family. Fun,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're all on the same page here. How are you going to get involved? Well, we would love for you to pitch some questions to us to include in our capsule. We've already jotted down a few. And I think the fun part here will be that, you can kind of get a glimpse into our lives, how we interact with each other. And, for those of you out there that already have fostered or know someone that's fostered, you might know things that we don't. And you can kind of just be entertained by what we think life is going to be like as we go through this. All right. I'm going to do a quick update. So we got our intro class released on Friday.
Orientation, I believe is what it was called.
The 30-minute orientation for how our virtual classes are going to go for getting our DCFS license, DCFS fostering license. Did I say that right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Close enough.
It was 30 minutes. We did it on Saturday. Yes?
Correct, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it feels pretty straightforward. And then we got an email this morning or yesterday.
This morning?
There
or
we
late
go.
Last night?
Yep. I actually
you printed it.
I did.
Fancy.
I know, so we can actually talk a little bit about what we're going to be learning because this is our workbook. So what I just handed Bert was this page or a packet of 16 pages. It's the questions that we need to fill out, and then we'll turn into our DCFS. What's
Caseworker?
Caseworker. Our caseworker. So that, I don't know, this is just part of the paperwork we have to turn in at the end. It's our homework. And it asks us questions. Actually, Unit 1 is going to be an excellent segue into today's episode. Here's what we know that we'll be doing for our classes. We are going to be doing 3 self-guided lessons that are online, pre-recorded, a couple follow-up questions for each of them, and then next Tuesday we have our very first. It's next Tuesday, right? I thought you gasped.
No, I didn't gasp at all.
Okay.
I don't know where you got that.
I gasped, maybe.
Internal.
And exactly. We'll be going in a Zoom meeting with other people that are getting licensed with a trainer, and it's going to be a discussion. So then we'll do 3 more lessons, a discussion, then the last 3 lessons, then a final discussion. And that'll all take 7 weeks. So we already have all of our discussions. We had to pick those out. We had to send in our dates and times from a list that we chose from. We got that done. It's on our calendar, but Bert put it on our shared Google calendar so that we both remember. And then interestingly, not only do we have those sessions that we had to attend, but there were actually sessions that continue after we get our license every 2 months, and they are specific.
I was blurry.
I know now I'm blurry. I know my camera doesn't know who to focus on. It's okay. There's specific sessions like dealing with trauma. Do you remember the other topics?
Oh shoot, I typed them in. I should remember, but one was something to do with race, I believe, like racial differences or something along those lines. I believe there's a special one for LGBTQ plus.
That one's already released. We
That one
actually
is
have
already
that one
released,
that we have
yeah.
to finish that before the 7 weeks.
Okay, is it just before the 7 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't remember the other ones now.
That's
they were
okay.
like open discussions. I think some of them as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have those already on the calendar all the way through next January or February. So
January.
Yeah. The learning does not stop once you get the license. You have to continue.
It's like one every other month. It's felt like when I was putting them in.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just trying to add to the conversation.
I appreciate that, and I love you very much.
Yeah.
So Unit 1, we haven't watched the video yet. We plan to do that probably tomorrow. And but I did look ahead what the questions are, and it looks like it's going to be about what your expectations are. And so that's why I was saying this would be a great segue into today's episode. So it's asking us to think about the differences between what it is to be a foster parent and what it is to be an adoptive parent. And then also what are the similarities. So I guess, that can kind of get us going. I don't know, maybe a question from the audience is, it's just a question I'm going to put out there. But why did we choose fostering over adoption? I don't even know. Do you know?
Well, it was about helping as many kids as possible to become a more open home as opposed to focusing just on, say a single child or one set of siblings or something like that. Mm-hmm. We had looked and talked about adoption because of our family's history with it.
Yeah.
And still very well could come to be.
Yeah.
This doing fostering doesn't rule out adoption and vice versa. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that there was that part of it is this, so many kids need a home, and we felt that we had the capacity to take those kids in and give them a loving home. And also be strong enough to deal with, the likelihood that we would have to give them back to their families once they're ready. So, so let's get into the time capsule part of it. We are going to capture what life is like now for Lynn and Bert. I pointed at you when I said Lynn. And
you did, yeah. It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So let's start with the basics. And here's what we want from you guys is if, as we're talking, or even if you have ideas now, and you just want...
Sorry, I thought we were supposed to stay at the same level. You said that at the beginning, so I was just trying to.
You're right. You're doing great. While we're talking, or now, feel free to pose some questions to us to get to know us better as a couple, to kind of help us with our time capsule episode here. So let's start with just a very simple one here. What is our normal weekday routine? So a day that we're assuming we both are working. Why don't you go first?
Okay. I tend to wake up first, or at least get out of bed first. That's usually between 7 and 7:30. Sometimes earlier, usually not later than that though. And then I make coffee, make my breakfast, work for however long, usually till about 5 or so, and start making dinner. Lynn comes home, we eat dinner, I clean up. We sometimes clean up. And then then we just kind of hang out. Usually we play a game or just watch TV and work on Duolingo or whatever it may be, learning Spanish and whatnot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you're usually out of bed by 9:30 every day during the week, right? Yeah.
So there's a difference between our work life because Bert works from home and I go into the office. And I used to coach 3 times a week during the week. And it would get me out of bed at 6, in order to prepare for that class. I would have a good workout. I'd shower and I'd be up and ready to go, leave the house by 8:30. But then everything happened last year with getting pregnant, miscarriage. We decided to end the virtual classes because things were reopening last year and people wanted to start working out in person. So the need for the virtual classes ended, and I got comfortable getting a little extra sleep. So I do not sleep until 9 or 9:30. That is false.
You get out of bed between 9 and 9:30.
That's not true. It's not true. Oh my God. I sleep a little bit longer than Bert. I do take advantage of the pot of coffee that he just brewed in the morning, and I put that in a travel mug. I typically, I shower every morning, blow dry my bangs. I have a whole morning routine where I take care of my skin now, which is nice. And I make myself a breakfast sandwich, usually take it to go, eat it while I'm on the way to work. And then on my way to work, I'm currently trying to learn Spanish for the trip that I'm going on in June to Spain with my women's soccer team to play in an over 35 women's soccer tournament, and Bert's kind of really jealous that he's not going.
I'm very jealous of this, actually. Yes,
you were so supportive, then today
I'm still extremely supportive of it. I am very excited for you. I just would love to go to Spain again.
I know, babe. You're gonna have some awesome trips later this year, though. It sounds like with bachelor party.
So one bachelor party?
You have made it sound like there might be more than one.
Oh, well, there'll probably be one.
Anyway, so I've been practicing Spanish, and I do that in the car. I don't have to look at the screen or anything. It's all like I listen and then I repeat it back, and it's actually a really nice way to pass the time.
Comment.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Marcus. No, this is false. This is incorrect.
No, that's one correct answer so far on the test. Good job, Marcus.
And Kelly is saying this will be humorous when you watch it back in the future, post kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll return to this lifestyle after the kids are out.
But yeah, so you drive to work.
Drive to work. I work, and when there's no traffic, it takes about 15 minutes. When there is traffic, anywhere up to half hour to 45 minutes, because that's Chicago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Depends on the rain and the snow. But I drive to work most days. We only have one car between the two of us, and we don't need a second car at this time. But we did recently talk about if we end up with multiple kids or kids that we need to cart around and stuff like that, we might have to change that. We'll see. Yeah. Well, there's something to look back on and see what we thought.
Spin up with 4 minivans.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, I don't know why 4, but yeah. Yeah, and then you're usually home between 5:30 and 6, depending on the day.
Yep.
Sometimes later, but usually not. And then you get to eat.
Yeah, Bert makes my dinner for me right now, which is amazing. I know how lucky I am. But he usually has hot dinner ready for me when I come home, and we eat right away.
Yeah.
Then after dinner, I don't know. So this is the next thing is our schedule during the week changes on the season, depending on the season. So what are our extra activities that we are doing or have done recently.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of that.
We see Paul is beckoning Bert to just come to California.
This has nothing to do
I'll
with your
send
trip.
him.
Yeah,
You
this
can
has
have
nothing
him.
to do with your trip. This is just Paul wanting to hang out with me, which is just fine, Paul.
And play Minecraft.
Yeah. 2 people Minecraft. I don't know how that works, but anyway, we're getting distracted.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly sports during the week. If we do them, volleyball, soccer tend to be the 2 big ones in the summer.
Yeah. We haven't played volleyball in a few years, though.
It has been a few years, yeah. So mostly soccer.
So we in the winter time, we typically play broom ball. We've been doing that for probably eight years together.
Yeah. We've been talking about getting back into the bowling league.
We're thinking about doing that this season. When Bert's knee is okay, we try to play soccer together at least one day a week. But sometimes that's just him and not me. And especially if it's in the summer or the fall when I'm playing with the Honey Badgers, my women's team, then Bert plays on a co-ed team usually. Yeah,
usually Sunday mornings.
We're fairly active, but we have dropped off of working out, and I do think that maybe I've put on a little bit of extra.
We're talking about our extracurricular activities,
I know.
not about our
I know,
health
but
currently.
for the time capsule, I just want to say I've been in better health. I've been in better fitness.
Fine. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for consistent activities throughout the week after work and stuff like that. But then we'll go hang out with friends for a night or 2 or something like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to play board games.
Mm-hmm.
A few of our favorites.
Catan.
Settlers of Catan. We just played last night with our good friend Young.
I won.
This time.
Big time.
I wouldn't say big time.
Big time. And then we played Monopoly Deal, which is also another one of our favorites. Nice, quick, easy game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean that's kind of all we do. Well, we do projects around the house and things like that, but that's not super consistent.
We do. We could talk about what we do on the weekends.
Yeah, sports.
Chores.
Yeah, sports and chores, and hanging out with friends or family.
Yeah, we typically go see the family every month or every other month.
Yeah.
And that usually aligns with birthdays or holidays, which is nice. We get to watch our nephews grow. We have 2 nephews on Bert's side and 2 nephews on my side.
That counts to 4.
Mm-hmm. And we like to connect with them often. We're trying our very best to actually call or FaceTime our nephews up in Minnesota every week. Just to...
It's hit or miss, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday they called us. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to them for an hour.
Keep up with their hockey and other sports and school and everything they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Arts. But on the weekends, we have a very nice routine right now where every Sunday we do laundry. Bert goes to plans our meals for the week and goes to the grocery store while I usually do the laundry.
Yeah, and that gives you a little time alone in the house, which doesn't happen often.
Yes, that is a big thing right now, is that sometimes I wish I had more time just in our space by myself. But we've been this past weekend was kind of a good example. I just stayed in the studio and you just stayed out of the studio and
just out of your vision.
And I was able to just kind of do the things I wanted and needed to do, which was nice.
It was nice.
I like to do crafts. My hobbies. Well, let's talk hobbies.
Yeah, let's talk hobbies.
Do we have any other? Okay, no questions yet. Feel free, guys. If you've got a good suggestion, drop it in the comments. We'll keep an eye on it. Hobbies. I got into jewelry making a bit. And I like making things. Mm-hmm. And it kind of jumps all over the place. I can't say that I always do something. I'll just kind of be like, I want to make candles this weekend. Is that how I sound?
Maybe not the voice, but the inspiration and how I picture your attention to projects and new crafts. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to do this now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Easily inspired.
Yes.
Almost to
maybe more looking at inspiration here.
Yeah. What do you like to do though, hobbies?
Video games, and then watching soccer on the weekends is a lot of fun for me. Mm-hmm. It's something I really enjoy. I can just sit there and drink coffee and hang out and eat kale. like Marcus said. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much that. Or going out with, going to hang out with friends and whatnot. So
I do not like kale. When Bert comes home from the grocery with kale, I'm like,
I haven't
why?
done that for a
Why did
while.
you do this?
I'd try not to force kale on you anymore, but you should eat more kale. It's good for kidneys. So I don't know if that's true. But yeah, I mean, playing soccer, watching soccer, playing video games,
Yeah.
yard work when the summer, doing stuff outside.
We do like spending time working in the garden and growing things and then eating what we grow. Taking care of our house. I think that we both like living in a house that looks and feels,
Functions.
yeah,
Yeah.
beyond functions.
Well, no, what I mean is like it should function. Like your drain in your shower
Oh, yeah.
should drain the water that's in your shower.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like finding projects to try to, improve our house and its
Yes.
functionality.
Yes, we do like improving the house
Yeah.
to function properly.
Yes.
Currently, we are replacing our bathroom floor on the first floor because we tried to just replace the tile, but that turned into a bigger project.
As it does.
As it
does.
So it got to a point where we weren't quite sure how we could do it the right way, so we hired someone, and that person came in and on Friday gave us a quote, and he'll be starting the work this week, which
Yeah, hopefully.
can't wait to get that bathroom back.
Yes, that will be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dad said don't forget gardening. Never mind. Yeah, so I think mostly I'm the one that does the garden planning, but
you do probably 75 to 80% of the garden itself.
yeah,
Like it seems like something you really enjoy
I do.
and something you can kind of escape into that's outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like we have an apple tree in the backyard that produces a lot of apples, but we're still trying to figure out how to get the apples to be really healthy because there seems to be a little bit of a worm bug problem that makes the apples just a little unusable.
They're like partially usable sometimes.
Right. I mean, you could bite into the side that doesn't have a wormhole and it's totally delicious. It's just,
They're very sweet.
they are.
They're
They're
sweet.
really sweet
Yeah.
and wonderful.
Yeah.
Like you.
Oh, thanks.
Just kidding. But I don't know. Yeah, that apple tree. I hope it makes it. And like,
I mean, the apple tree will be fine itself. It's a matter of figuring out how to. We still haven't found somebody that could prune it. We haven't looked very hard. That could actually make it a healthy apple tree. But
Yeah.
also,
oh
Yeah.
look, Marcus bought us a coffee.
we are out of cat food for the front porch cats.
That's
and
true.
they have been demanding it lately.
We have a little black cat that has been getting very friendly on our front and back porch and likes to look inside our house and kind of almost like taunt our other cats.
Yeah.
So this little black cat is comfortable.
Yes. It's not afraid of people.
It's not.
It barely runs away when you walk towards it, so it's not sprinting away and scared.
It's largely thanks to Marcus for his donations to our cat food fund,
Yeah.
our porch cat food fund. We can feed our normal cats, but yeah,
Yes.
the porch cats are something special, extracurricular.
Yeah.
Extracurricular cats.
What
You want
other
another
questions?
question? Okay. What do we eat?
I mean, it varies. We have some staples. Usually we do a fish once a week at least. But we also do pizza like once a month. Sometimes more, sometimes less. I mean, it's kind of whatever we want, right? Like, it's whatever we like. We'll order sushi when we want sushi. We'll, make tacos when we want tacos. Lots of options.
I think we do more cooking than ordering.
Oh, for sure. I'd say we cook 80 to 90% of the time. I'm doing a lot of percentages on this show. I hope people are paying attention. There will be a quiz.
Our statistician over here.
Yes.
We tried. Well, we were very strict about our diet when we were trying to when we were going through IVF and IUI and everything. We were very into the Mediterranean diet. We got a couple of cookbooks that helped us out, and I think we strayed from that just a little bit.
Yeah, we definitely have. It's kind of more. It's a combination of trying to change it up a little bit, like one meal a week, have it become something we normally don't do whether it's the lasagna or tonight it's pot roast, and something I didn't have to cook right after this too. I knew I was going to be on here, so I wanted to be able to set it and forget it kind of thing. So
you're such a planner.
We just try to keep it a little fresh. It also depends on the time of year too. We'll have ramen during the winter, but we don't really have that during the summer.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Bert does ramen like how it would be if you went to a restaurant, kind of.
Yeah. We do pork chops and a soft-boiled egg and whatnot, yeah.
Sometimes you throw some veggies in there.
Yeah.
What did you see? Oh, yeah.
How you think? Oh.
So, hi, Lala. Nice to see you. And yes, Dad, we are going to get to that in just a few minutes. Right now, we're doing the portion where we're capturing what life is like now.
Yeah.
So, what other big things that are now? Okay, let's. I got a good segue. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. What are some things that you think you'll miss that we do now, that when we have foster kids you won't be able to do anymore?
I think sitting down and watching a soccer game without interruption or having to worry, on the TV, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a big thing. It's like I want to watch soccer and watch it on the TV, which is very nice. It's big. It's TVs are pretty anyway. I don't know where I was going with that. But I feel like as foster kids or children come into our house, it's going to be, the TV is going to be taken up by, I don't know, what are the kids' shows?
I guess
Peppa Pig.
It depends what age group we end up with.
Or whatever they end up watching, they'll end up watching it on the TV, and I'll end up watching it on my phone or something like that, or a tablet if we get a tablet or something like that.
Why won't the kids watch on the tablet?
Because the kids, I don't know. It's just what I observed when I'm at other people's homes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because again, how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to miss having my own bathroom, because I assume we have 2 bathrooms upstairs, and our master bathroom isn't like a master bathroom with like dual sinks or extra space or anything.
Yeah.
We've definitely shared small bathrooms in the past, so this is
true.
Right now a luxury that I'm going to miss, having my very own bathroom. That'll become whoever is staying with us, the kids' bathroom, if you will.
Yeah.
I am also going to miss peeing with the door open.
I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to shut the door.
Mm-hmm. We might have to get some locks on our doors, our bathrooms.
They lock. They do. Mm-hmm.
Do they actually lock?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll test it later. So I'll miss that. Yeah,
the general freedom to be like, you know what, I don't feel like making dinner tonight. Let's go to the place with the half off price of a bottle of wine.
I am going to miss the Thursday dollar. The Thursday dollar. The Thursday half off wine at a Foundation.
Yeah. At a bar near us, restaurant. But yeah, it's like things like that. I feel like it's the freedom to, do whatever you want when you want at this point. Because that's kind of where we are at this point. It's like we could
very much so.
This weekend we could just pick up and go to wherever, Cancun or anywhere really.
We could.
Really, we could.
That's true.
We could both afford it. We have the time. We could, if we really wanted to, we could do that.
Okay, so let me put this out to you guys. Parents out there, what advice would you have? Like, knowing what you don't...
What would you want to do?
Yeah, like, if you had a time machine and you could go back pre-kids, what would you do before you knew you couldn't anymore?
Yeah, activities or
anything.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I'm curious of what people say, too.
And if you're watching in the replay, feel free to leave us comments on that question as well, because I think that's a good one to hit on. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about our expectations then with the kids. Who do you think will be... I think we talked about this a little bit, about who's going to be a little bit more of the enforcer of the rules and a little bit harder, tougher on the kids, I guess? Or do you think that we're going to share that responsibility?
I think it will be a shared responsibility. I think that... I think it'll be shared. I don't think that one of us will necessarily be the enforcer. I think that we'll hopefully take turns in doing that, and I can say that we'll be on the same page, but I don't know that that'll be the case every time. But it'll be fun to go through those situations where we have to talk over how we should have reacted, or what will change next time.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing with having fostering as opposed to having our own, is that it's case by case, right? So every kid is going to react differently to you too, to you enforcing rules or whatever they may be.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll probably be you'll be the enforcer and I'll be the fun dad.
Oh.
Kind of like now. I'm the fun one. You're the rules one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know about this. I do think that we'll be good about talking about things afterwards and kind of making those adjustments and stuff. I don't think that we're going to blame each other.
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's going to be a big learning process and learning curve, but I also think that we're going to ensure that we're doing what we think is best in each situation.
I think we're going to make mistakes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think we're going to mess up big time sometimes.
Well, I mean, having no children and all of a sudden having somebody else's,
Yeah.
It's easy to be an aunt and an uncle. You show up, you babysit for a couple hours, you get them hyped up on sugar, and then you leave. It's great.
My dad is saying, good cop, bad cop, and not good with kids. Get in sync.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's where we're going to be. I think so. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know where we'll be or what age we'll be doing too, and that's one of the hard parts.
Yeah. We have a few tips here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I hear sleep. Yep, a lot of sleep. I hear sleep is number one thing. And for babies, sleep. I really miss sleeping long hours, but they grow up so fast, actually. So I always suggest I enjoy every moment with them at whatever, because time flies by so fast. Yes. Yeah. I think someday it's, what did they say? Like the hours go by slow, but the years go by fast.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Very poetic.
Marcus is saying, stand your ground. You can be the fun one too. We'll have to synchronize when we're both being the good cop and both being the bad cop. Oh yeah, I'll show you fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So let's talk about what. You might be missing when the kids come, but it'll be worth it. What will some of the things we're looking forward to be?
Well, I think, this will sound weird, but a little noise in the house too sometimes. Yeah. Like sometimes it's just very quiet, and I know that sounds very. I'll regret saying this. I know whenever we watch this video back, I'm like, God, I wish it was quiet in this house. But at the same time, like, I'm looking forward to it. Like, just having kids around will be fun, and we'll help them where we can, and obviously it's not going to be a success with every single one, which will be very hard, but it's something we have to accept.
Yeah. That
will happen. We will have situations that go awry in one way or another, and we'll do what we can to make sure that first and foremost the kid is safe, and second that we are still comfortable and on the same page. Yeah. I think ensuring that we're talking through how we feel through all this is going to be very important. There's actually, hold on, I know this is going to be bad for a show. You talk.
Okay.
But I actually, no, so the foster mom that I follow on Instagram, mm-hmm. she posted something about what you should do before getting kids.
Oh, that's cheating.
Well, no,
we're making our own list.
No, I know, but I thought it would be good to compare.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Fair. All right. I'll go then.
Okay, yes, you go.
So I think when the kids come, something I'm really fantasizing about is kind of having this little person look up to me that I don't know, that I have to take care of it, and that's I had this really weird I don't know, thinking about when I would cry. I know this sounds weird, but I think the first time a kid, if it ever happens, if they ever call me mom, I think I'll lose it. I think I will just be like, wait, what'd you just say? What'd you call me? And I think then I had I'm doing all this in my head. This was a couple weeks ago. I thought about this, and I was like, wait, what if they tell Bert or call Bert dad first, and then just keep calling me Lynn? I think I would also cry for that. Not in a good way, but also in a good way for you.
Right. It's as competitive as we are, we have to understand that there are, when we're in that situation, it's not a competition. It's not, one person won this one.
I then got mad at the hypothetical child in my head, and I was like, you manipulative little brats. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I got an extra serving of ice cream with me that night.
Yeah.
So it worked out. It says things to do before you foster.
Okay.
Have the hard conversations with your community of friends and family.
All right.
Which I thought was very interesting.
Check.
We've done most of that, and we've talked to a lot of friends about, what we're doing.
I actually, I think we talked about this, but like about a year ago, I went live on my personal page about what we were about to do last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should do that again.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Or even just me if you don't want to be on that, but like on my personal Facebook page.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, and we'll find probably a lot more support than we know that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing was get out of town, see the friends and family who live far away, take a vacation.
Okay.
Which I thought was, also very good advice. I mean, we've talked about that too, is just, doing a big trip. And that was one of the suggestions that our caseworker had as well, was to, between fosters, between having children in the house, take a break, do something, go sit on a beach or just stay at home and don't think about it for a while, because it'll be difficult when the kids leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure out what you need for self-care. I thought that was a really good one.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Just knowing how we can decompress or survive, or not survive, but, mentally and physically, how can we make sure that we're okay while the child is here and after they leave.
Right.
And before even.
Have like our, a few points of like these are our things to stabilize us.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
maybe
we go back to working out more regularly, or the healthy eating, or having like, hey, we're predetermining, hey, I'm going to take a break. Maybe we have a code word where like, I just need 10 minutes by myself to
take a walk or
meditate or take a walk.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Organize and declutter your home and make space.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good. We've talked about doing that already as well.
Yeah.
With the spare bedroom, or the bedroom that we would have them in.
Mm-hmm.
We got to empty that closet out.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a couple weekends, I actually have a friend who's doing a clothing swap.
Oh, that's
so
right. Nice.
I'm gonna bag up all the stuff that I don't think I'll ever wear again, bring it over there, and then boom,
nice. Out. And then the last one was prioritize your mental health, which kind of goes back to the self-care a little bit. But I thought those were really good advice points.
Yeah.
Things to think about as we get closer to this and as we go through training.
Yeah.
To really keep an eye on.
Well, I think that's a great point, is the mental health. A lot of people say, oh, my therapy is drinking wine or a beer or something.
Right.
But I think that we have a little bit more of a clear picture on mental health, especially with some of the ups and downs I go through. Bert's a little bit more, I don't know.
Stoic.
Stoic is a good word. But you have your own, things.
Yeah, I have my anxieties and my...
Yeah. I'm just a little bit more talkative about it. And
yeah.
You're a little bit more stoic.
Yes.
Usually. But you've been talking about getting connected with a therapist through your works program.
Yeah. After reading more about it, I don't think it was really the right fit.
Oh.
We haven't really talked about it since then. But just the way it was set up, but we can talk about that at a different time.
Okay. Okay. But it is something that you want to do and aren't currently at the moment.
Correct, yes.
To go into our capsule. We have a few comments here. Let's check in. Which, okay, so they got me set here, Lauren and my mom. The days are long, but the years are short.
I feel like the hours are also long sometimes.
Lala's saying you'll be great parents and have... they'll have great parents as well for mentors. Just enjoy the journey. And you'll make your own family dynamics with the kids in time. Absolutely. I mean, you can't plan. We know more than anyone. You cannot make plans and expect them to go as planned.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, Paul's posing a question.
It's a good question.
If your child had a peanut allergy, would you give up peanuts too?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we would have to remove it all from the house or put it in, maybe that's a good idea, actually. That's a great thing to bring up, Paul. Mm-hmm. Is being aware of those kind of health issues or allergies or whatever they may be.
Right.
We can put all the peanuts and peanut butter into a bin and put it in the basement and keep it away from them.
Kids have all sorts of kind of allergies, though.
Yeah. Well, peanut allergy is an extreme one because that's usually very extreme.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Peanut allergies. Writing it down. I saw the question about
The
kale allergy.
Well, that's not a real allergy.
I have a kale allergy.
That's a kale intolerance, and that's not a real thing. That just means you don't like it, but doesn't mean you shouldn't eat it or drink it.
So one thing to note is that I know when you receive a placement, a child in your home, you're supposed to take them to the doctor to get them checked out right away, and that could be one of the things on the checklist is, do they have any allergies?
Yeah.
But also just a really good thing for us to keep in mind or keep an eye on.
Be able to adjust quickly.
Okay, this is actually this is a great point, Paul.
Yeah.
So cat allergies, would I get rid of our cats if the kids were allergic? Probably not. But it depends also how severe it is, and we might just rehome the cats while the child is placed with us. It's like not a black and white type of thing in my view.
Yeah, and that's also difficult because there's no way we can get the cat dander out of the house, right? Like, it's not, like, in reality, that we couldn't completely decat our house.
I've heard a lot of times, though, it's the cat's saliva. And,
Boy,
I've heard a lot of different things, So it could be if you remove the cat from the house, it would eventually kind of, clean itself. And it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
But there's medication for that, which is not like a peanut allergy. So
unintrusive medicine, like a Benadryl or something like that. But that is a good question. I had not thought about that. I thought about them not liking cats, or biggest fear is really, they're violent in some way towards either people or animals in that case. Right. Yeah. But it is something that's a good thought. We can always put them in the basement. They'll be fine down there.
The kids or the cat?
The cats. The cats. Very specifically the cats, not the children. We're not going to put them in our unfinished basement.
I fantasize that, the cats will actually be very comforting for the kids, but obviously you just never know. You just never know. So Kelly's saying, I doubt they would place a child with you if they knew they were allergic. A lot of times they don't know anything about the kids when they place them with you. They're literally taking them from their home and same day putting them somewhere else that's safer.
They may not have the medical history or any of that at that time.
But, it also could be like, hey, this kid has a cat allergy. Maybe we're not the best placement for them, and they move them somewhere else.
Right. It could be we have them for a day. Because that can happen where we're literally just giving the kids a place to sleep before they get to their more permanent foster home. You're reading Paul's comment.
Yeah.
I want to go back and see what your look was.
I know.
I can picture it. Yeah. Disappointed and judging, but also think you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
I know that look. I've gotten it once or twice before.
Marcus, if they have a bang allergy, out
the door.
Out.
The bangs.
Forget
the bangs. We'll just trim them right off.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You would pick your hair over a child's safety?
This is my identity.
Wow.
Let's cross this bridge when we come to it.
Wow.
For a lot of these. We're going to have the kids leave us Google reviews after they stay with us.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah. We'll make this a location. People can leave views. We've done that for friends' apartments and houses before.
That's true. Tell your friends we're great foster parents. Oh my gosh. Our house right now is set up so that we could foster in one room. But when we did our initial walkthrough with the caseworker, our house is technically 4 bedrooms. Is that right? Yeah. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Bert uses one of the rooms as his office, and we have a bookcase in there.
Would the kids be able to stay in that? Because it has a direct exit out the back.
I believe when we asked her, she said that's not a problem.
Okay.
Because
but they can't be on the first floor.
They can't be on the first floor.
Okay. I couldn't remember exactly
if they're
how that
under
worked.
A certain age.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something. We'll learn a lot more about that as we go, but yeah.
There's rules about how many kids can be in the same room. They have to either be siblings around the same age, or they have to be the same
gender.
Thank you. Around the same age.
Yeah.
So it's a little tricky if we were to get, like a 14-year-old girl and then we get an 8-year-old boy. We would have to have a separate room for them. And they really don't want kids sleeping in your room, though they do make exceptions once in a while, depending on the
usually the age,
reasons.
right? Yeah, and it's usually they have to be young kids, and you're right. There had to be some specific reason behind it. Yeah.
And if we want to take babies or young children, we also have to have bedding specifically to them. So
a crib.
Right. Exactly. Or toddler bed, I think. So these are things that as we get through the next 7 weeks and we learn a little bit more about how this works.
Be able to adjust the house to meet our needs, kids' needs.
We have the capability to set up different kinds of beds right now, but yeah, I think we're going to start small, 1 or 2 kids at a time.
Yeah.
I would really like to do. I fantasize about getting siblings. I think that would kind of make it feel more like a family, and I don't know. Do you have any fantasies about?
I mean, siblings would be great. Wouldn't be against that. I think the most difficult part is going to be figuring out our house space. That's another thing we could talk about. Potentially losing is my workspace. As much as your studio looks amazing on camera, it's not very big outside of this area. So we couldn't really do both of us in here. It really wouldn't be very comfortable.
No.
And it would really barge in on your personal space, which is not something I really want to do. It'd be nice for both of us to have our own little space, even if you won't let me.
There's other options. We can move the studio to the basement.
Yeah, but what about in the winter?
It's warm down there.
Only because there's holes in our vents that we need to close.
Home improvements, we love them.
Yeah, nothing like finding a hole in one of your vents midway through winter.
Oh my God. I guess we're kind of still working through these things.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of expected. But I mean, there's space. We could figure it out.
Another thing I've thought about is families with kids have toys all over the place.
Yeah.
Not all over the place, but usually in the living room or the basement or a play area.
Oh yeah, you can go work out in the garage. That's right.
Talk about hot and cold.
Yeah.
The garage is
it's miserable.
Twice a year, maybe a workable.
Yeah, 2 days
temperature.
Out of the year. Yeah.
What was I just saying?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
We'll just put me in the basement with the cats, the peanuts, and on my computer.
Perfect.
No big deal.
I'll let you know when dinner's ready.
Thanks. And just right now, the way our house is set up, there's no entrance to the basement inside the house. You have to go outside and then downstairs, and the ceiling is lower.
Look, there's one thing that I've learned from Minecraft is how to build stairs. So we'll be fine.
Toys. Thank you for the reminder. That's another thing is, kids like to play with things, and most likely, again, it comes down to the age. But yeah, are we gonna have baskets of toys and stuff? And
I mean, I think we'll have. From what I've heard and read, and I've done a little bit of my own research.
I'm proud of you.
No big deal. But I would. It seems to be a common theme that they would have bins for certain ages, basically. So knowing that they could get a child of any age, they would have a bin for 5 to 9 year olds or something like that. Have toys that make sense, and then they can bring them out, put them in the room, and then when that kid leaves, you can clean them and put them back in the bin, put it away, and then you're ready. It's about being organized, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
And while organization helps before the children get here and after they get here, while they're here, it will be probably toys all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah. That'll be different. Right now we kind of have a very simple. We don't have a lot of stuff. I mean,
we have a lot of stuff, but we are 2 people living in a 4-bedroom home.
Yeah. So it's kind of spread out.
Yeah, exactly. We have space currently.
But we don't just collect things and have a lot of. I mean,
we have some of that, but it's not bad. It's not like we're not hoarders.
No.
No. We have rooms that we don't use. The room upstairs now hasn't been used since maybe once since we moved the everything back down here.
Well, yeah. Currently, the room that we'll be using for the kids has 2 chairs in it,
Yeah.
and then some people have. Kelly has started giving us some toys for the kids and books and stuff. So like we just have that in there, and it has a monitor, TV monitor in there.
Well, it's a TV.
True.
It's not. I mean, I guess it could be a monitor, but it is just a TV.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Console, maybe is what you're.
Yeah. Baseball. It seems like the basement is where I'm getting demoted to. But luckily, Bert will be able to punch a hole in the floor and.
I mean, I can chop down a spruce tree in no time. Plenty of blocks.
Kids love cash. We'll just start giving them baskets of cash. Okay. Kelly is saying, legit, you should come over and spend a night or 2 here just to get an idea of an entire day of the life of parents. Nah.
Going in blind.
We want to go for the shock. We're just going to jump in the deep end.
Yeah.
Shut up, Paul. Unbelievable. Oh my god.
Does your radio voice monitor have like moving pictures on the monitor?
Kids have curiosity, especially for things you don't want them to touch, like your studio. Yes.
But there's not. I mean, like they could pull some cords or whatever, but also we can put a lock on the door.
Yeah, maybe we will. But that might make them even more curious.
Well, we could show it to them right away. And,
yeah.
I think that was one of the things actually that woman talks about as well is like give them a tour of your house as soon as they get there. So that way they're more comfortable with their surroundings. They know where things are.
Yeah.
And then just help them kind of come out of their shell a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen, were we both watching, or maybe I watched this one on my own, where you actually have little, on the doors, they make noise when you open the doors. So at night, the kids feel a little bit more secure, like that if someone entered the room, they would know. And then also as parents, we would know if the kid got up in the middle of the night.
We could do that with our security system, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, there's the entrance monitors. They make a little ding.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. No.
We've spent nights at Christy's house. And,
exactly. Yeah. We've babysit our nephews for full days. We had to deal with one of them getting stung by a bee and having a complete meltdown.
Oh yeah, he did not. Well, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe him at first. I thought he was just being dramatic, and then I saw his finger, and I felt really bad for thinking that. Really bad about that.
Yeah. And we went sledding once, and I accidentally.
Maybe we don't talk about that on a live show.
And he, kind of face planted into the snow, and I felt horrible.
Didn't you land on top of him after that?
He
kind of shoved his face into the snow, which was icy too.
I felt horrible. I felt absolutely horrible. But I know that
that was an icy hill too, so it's scary. So
yeah,
and it's scary when you wipe out as a kid.
Yeah, please don't tell DCFS about that.
They'll be watching this for sure.
I'm just kidding.
No.
but the thing is, we didn't just brush it off. We were like, we're taking care of them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Christy trusts us with them, so
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get the idea of waking up with kids and having a routine and feeding them and getting them off to where they need to, making a schedule.
Yeah, well, we're very inexperienced with it, but I think that we're gonna do just fine. We're pretty quick to adjust as needed.
The trauma that we caused my nephew. He's never been the same. Bring him a cup of water with ice and he just screams. Oh my God.
He goes, "No, Auntie Lynn, don't hurt me again."
That's not what happens.
That's not what happened at all.
Oh no, when we were on FaceTime the other day, he goes, "I love you." And I'm like, "Oh, buddy, I love you." And he goes, "I don't love you."
Yeah, he was really ripping on you.
Yeah.
Really messing with your emotions.
Really. I had a good one in my head a second ago. Okay. So something that we've talked about is whether or not we'll both keep our jobs. And this may, maybe not with the first placement or the second. Who knows how it's going to go, if it's going to be long-term or short-term, or how it's, we have no idea. We have no idea. Mm-hmm. But, is there the possibility that, Bert continues to work and then I quit my job and just become a foster mom? That's something that we've talked about and, being a possibility, especially with some other side things that I can do, like continuing to build my audience tell our story, maybe create support groups for people that are going through what we're going through. And I think there's a lot to expand on there. So it's something I can do from home. I love my job, working for Chicago Sport and Social Club. Absolutely love it. But I've also been given the opportunity recently to do virtual events from home through another company. So there's other opportunities for me to have an income and maybe not have to go to the office every day.
Yeah.
Maybe give up that kind of this dream job that I've had for 10 years now. 10, 11 years.
Yeah, more than 10 years.
11 or 12 there. I got an award for it recently, so I know that it's over 10 years. Yeah. Okay, we have been going for almost an hour, I guess. We should I think we did a good job here.
I think so too.
Capsulating.
We'll remember this.
Absolutely. Let's give our audience, any last chance. A round of applause for being so awesome. But also a chance if you have any other questions or things you think we should include in our time capsule here. I think we did a good job with this.
I think so too.
I think we'll look back on it. And what are some other things that we think will be different?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the cleanliness of our house, the ease of cleaning at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like the ease of cleaning is amazing. I mean, in reality, we could get our house in presentable form in less than an hour.
Presentable form, but a deep clean.
No, a deep, obviously not, yeah. But I mean, it can be presentable pretty quick, so.
Do you think we'll give kids an allowance or have them help with chores?
Chores, yes. I don't know what the rules are with allowance. I think that's something we'll learn about as far as money exchanging hands with the kids.
I don't think that we should pay kids for doing chores. I think we should encourage them to want to help with chores if they want to.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, to an extent.
Did I cut you off?
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously you did.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay. You're the
That was
host.
rude of
You're
me.
the host. You're the host. It's
You go.
fine. No. Go ahead. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what some of the rules are when it comes to the kids. Like one of the ones was like you can never post their picture onto Facebook or onto social media in any way. You can't mention their name or their situation. You can't even talk about their situation in a third person hypothetical point of view. So while we'll be sharing our journey, or Lynn will still be sharing our journey, you won't get a lot of details, unfortunately, to an extent.
Yeah, I think what you'll get is my perspective, what I'm going through, the challenges I'm dealing with, the challenges Bert's dealing with, on an emotional level. I mean, we shared what we were going through last year without giving you all the gory details.
A lot of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Paul, absolutely.
Thank you, Paul. Somebody's looking out for me at least.
This is a good point. What you watch on TV together may change.
Yeah, we gotta get all the violent and those kind of shows out of the way, huh?
Yeah, we'll have to put...
Oh, man. Well, what if the new, like,
Yes?
the new Lord of the Rings comes, or not Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. They'll be very violent.
There's no more Game of Thrones.
There's a new series coming out.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think hopefully we'll put the kids to bed and still have alone time after they go to bed.
That's true.
I don't know. Does that happen? Blink twice if you need help, Bert, says Paul. You can watch it in the basement.
Yeah, I'll make a man cave down there.
Oh my God. You guys are great. Thank you. Thank you for helping us with this episode. And yes. I think it was... it's nice. And we're going to have dinner and probably continue this discussion, just the two of us. And we'll, maybe we'll do time capsule episodes,
throughout it, maybe every season. The first placement and, yeah.
Exactly. So we'll be doing our classes this week. And then next Monday, I'll be able to update you on how those went, what kinds of things we're learning, give you an update on how we're feeling about things, what's changed.
You were talking, so I was trying not to be the focus.
Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. We should have coordinated, like when we talk, we lean forward. Next time.
Next time.
So I think, this has been good. It's got us thinking about some new stuff, and we'll report back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ready for some pot roast?
Absolutely. I got to do a little bit more work on it, but yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, chatting with us. And I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we'll check in with you next week as well on Monday's episode. I'd love to hear what you're up to, what you're dealing with, and be here to support you like you are here to support us. Thank you. All right, we're rolling the credits. Right. We'll see you guys later. Love you so much. Bye.
Must have been wrong, 'cause you're